Okay guys, I'm here to give you my Smackdown review, and this Smackdown had its good moments and it had its bad moments. Well actually I'm not gonna say bad moments, but I'm gonna say goofy moments. Like it was just, there was some parts that actually were just like good funny. Well one part, well good funny, there was some parts, but there was some parts where there was supposed to be funny, but it just wasn't funny. So I'm gonna get on to the Smackdown review, just get right into it. Um, So we start out with the KO punch versus the bro kick. You see, I understand they don't want to have Big Show and Sheamus touch each other because it's like a first time ever thing. But when, let me think, when Rock and Cena are going to have a first time ever match, they actually did touch each other. I thought they've only done, like they actually did hit the finishers on each other. I'm just saying, but, I'm going to look at it this way. Hold on, I gotta actually add something. I'm gonna look at it this way. This thing was crap. I'm gonna be honest with you. It was crap. What was good about it? Well, I did like the fact that Big Show wouldn't do it, and, but it doesn't really help anything. I'm only into this build between Sheamus and Big Show. I'm looking forward to the match, but just not the build. What they should do is the only thing that's being brought up is Sheamus beat him in 45 seconds, and Sheamus beat the person who took it from... Okay, let me actually wait. I actually messed that up. It was that Big Show hold the World Championship for 45 seconds, and that he beat the person that took it from him in 18 seconds. What does that really prove? But Big Show wins because his punch... Because it's like on like a machine... And Big Show wins because his punch effect was like a 1309, which is 1,309. Sheamus's was like 12,000 something, but he beat Sheamus by like 2,000 something. But then he asked Sheamus, Booker T asked Sheamus what he thinks, because after he says I'll see you at Hell in a Cell. Sheamus says that he's going to be in one hell of a fight when he faces Big Show. Tensai ambushes him from behind. Booker T's like, "This is my show. Get off my show. You will be fired. You will be fired." And then it kind of ends. And I knew when they came back they were going to have a match. I just knew, because Sheamus was already ready to wrestle. Well, Tensai I can't really say because he's always ready to wrestle. And two, that's actually real. It's actually kind of common sense. The match before, when they had like the outside fight, because when Tensai was coming down to the win, I can't say the word win if my life depended on it. They brought it outside a little bit. Sheamus put him into this, bounced his head off the post, got him in the ring. Then they had a match. Wasn't really anything special, but an okay match. Sheamus ends up getting the win with the blow kick. Match was okay, decent. Next match, or segment, is Alberto Del Rio and Ricardo Rodriguez are backstage. Ricardo's worried that Orton's there, that he's going to destroy Alberto Del Rio. And then, Del Rio just has Ricardo go find him. So yeah, nothing really special right there. Then we have Ricardo Rodriguez looking for Randy Orton. Okay? This was goop. This was just, no, unnecessary. You did not need this. Just no. Just, no. We hear like a snake, and I can't believe I'm about to say this, but it's actually the Cobra that's making the snake noise. And then he tells them that you're gonna get, that the Cobra is one of the most poisonous snakes ever. You're gonna get a bad snake in the Viper, and he's gonna hit you with the RKO. Gives him a Cobra. The Cobra hits him, I should say, anyways. Then he's like, let's save it in the win for tonight. And then we get a match between then it's Jinder Mahal and Heath Slater with Drew McIntyre versus Team Cobra, which is Zack Ryder and Santino Marella. Before the match happens, this actually was funny. They say that they, oh, by the way, I should mention that JBL's on commentary. They never really tell you why he's on commentary. He's just there, and throughout the whole show, he's just bad mouth, putting over the heels, which I like. Bad mouthing Josh Matthews, like insulting him. That was just hilarious. And that's probably what actually made me enjoy the show even more. He said that he regretted talking to him. He pretty much, anytime he pretty much said anything, he trashed him. But yeah, they said that when they were in single career, this isn't how they said it, but this is how I'm saying it. They were getting nothing done. Now they're like a band. And then they play Heath Slater's music, and they all play. Like, they're all doing, like, the guitar motion in the ring. So that was really funny. Then what happens is, they have a match. Then the match starts. Jinder Mahal and Heath Slater win, because Heath Slater does, like, it's like the Skull Crusher finale, except he does it with, like, a one hand hooked and 1 foot, and that's really what it was. So I can't really, that's really the best I can describe that. But that's really it for that. And then they do the guitar thing again. And then we get Dolph Ziggler's tout. He pretty much is upset that 2 guys beat him. And then he says that he's challenging Kane to a match. They have a match. That's how they did tout. Then we get the match, Kane versus Dolph Ziggler with Vicky Guerrero at ringside. This match was actually pretty good. You got Kane, Kane threw Ziggler over the top rope, and he held on, and then he gets back up in the ring, but he like botched it a little bit, and he like scraped his ribs on there. It looked like he hurt himself probably. So then Kane just gives him a big boot, then he goes back over the top rope. Then when it comes to commercial, Kane's still dominating. Ziggler hits like that little leg drop move that he does when they're standing up. Dominates Kane, hits like a drop kick. Kane then starts to make a comeback. Ziggler, Kane's on the top rope. Ziggler, grabs the briefcase when Vicky's distracting the referee, and I guess she didn't distract him enough. I don't blame her. She's, ugly. So she wouldn't really distract me that much. Ziggler hits Kane with the briefcase. The referee catches him, rings the bell. Ziggler goes to hit Kane again. Kane catches him with the right hand. Bryan comes out. They're arguing and saying, "Why are you out there?" Bryan's like, "I wasn't trying to help you." Kane's like, "I don't need your help. I don't need your help." Then Matt Striker comes in and says that he is and actually JBL actually said, so what, he was still world champion no matter how long it was. It's a world championship, man. Most guys didn't even get a world title. So that was pretty cool when he said that about Ziggler. And then he's like, and then they say, how can you guys well, eventually this implosion lead you to losing the tag team championships. Then he asks Bryan if he thinks he's the weakest link in the group, puts him in the LaBelle lock. I'm gonna just call it the LaBelle lock. I know it's the no lock, but when he started with the LaBelle lock, it's always gonna be the LaBelle lock to me. Gets him in the LaBelle lock. Kane gets him out of it. JBL was happy. He's like, get Josh Matthews. That's not an announcer. That's Josh Matthews. Then Kane gets him off him. Helps Matt Striker up. Goes for the chokeslam. Bryan's like, no. Kane's saying yes. Chokeslams him. That was it. So that was really funny. Then you get Ricardo Rodriguez still looking for Orton. You hear the Brawling Buddies. I knew this wasn't going to be Orton. It actually sounded like Buzz Lightyear. Then he gets in the locker room. Hornswoggle's playing with the Brawling WWE Brawlers, whatever they're called. I'm not going to get these things. Those things are like nothing. He like smashes it towards the wall. Hornswoggle's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Then he just leaves. He's like, what are you doing? So that was just unnecessary. There was a lot of unnecessary stuff in this show. That was probably one of them. Then we get Kofi Kingston versus Big Show with The Miz on commentary. Nothing really special here. JBL just praises The Miz this whole match. Kofi Kingston just goes for the Trouble in Paradise. Big Show blocks it with his hands. Knocks him out. Miz gets in the ring and says, Kofi, you're still laying on your back. You will never win the big one. Well, he didn't say that. He says you will this is gonna happen every time. And I've been main event in WrestleMania, and I'm gonna leave with my head held high, holding my Intercontinental Championship on my shoulder. Then he leaves. Then we get fans tout about the Ryback Cena thing. Some people voted for Cena, some people voted for Ryback. I thought they were done with that. Then we get Del and Ricardo Rodriguez backstage again. You couldn't find Randy Orton. Del says Orton's afraid of him. We see like a shadow, and I think this really was Randy, but then standing in the shadow. But then Bryan came up, and then said, were you expecting somebody else? And he tells him that Bryan, Del says that he has a goat face. Bryan says that he's the tag team champions. Says that says that you wouldn't be talking to me right now if Randy Orton already found you. And he tells him that he got out of General Manager Booker T's office and says that they have a match. Then he goes, I'm the tag team champions. So that was really funny. Then we get Teddy Long, Booker T, Layla, and Caitlyn backstage. This was one of those unnecessary goofy things now. We get the talk, Layla and Caitlyn are talking about a wig they found in Eve's bag. Teddy Long tells them that Oksana found a wig in Eve's bag. And Eve comes up and says exactly what I was thinking. What was she doing going through my bag? Like, honestly, why would you go through somebody's bag? You don't know what's going to be in there. I'm not going to tell you what's going to be in there, because the things I could say, I know. But the things that could be in there, I'll probably post them in the description box, so if you want to ask me what I think was probably could have been in there. But, there could have been some pretty freaky stuff in there. So then he goes through, then she just says that she went through Teddy's bag. This actually was unnecessary, but actually funny. So, you're mad that somebody went through your bag, but then she goes through Teddy's bag. Obviously, she put the wig in there, though. She says that she found Teddy's wig, she puts it on Teddy's head. Booker T's like, hold it. And he sends Caitlyn and Layla out, and they're gonna have coffee. So it sounds like that Booker T's believe in Eve, but not Teddy Long, Layla, and Caitlyn, and the face. What is that? Are they trying to turn Booker T heel? Because if that is, that's not going to work. That's obviously not what they're going for here. Then he tells Teddy Long that I had nothing to do with this. Then she's like, neither did I. Then leaves. And she tells Teddy that he looked ugly in that wig. I wonder what Teddy looked like when he had hair. I wonder if he's just wearing a ball cap. He probably doesn't really have hair. Then we get Sin Cara versus Damian Sandow with Cody Rhodes. This was a pretty good match. Sin Cara did his normal high-flying moves. Sandow dominated. And JBL rated his career like this match. Excellent. But then Sin Cara does he does like that, a jump off the top rope, like a crossbody, gets Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes, Sin Cara goes to do like a springboard dive on the he goes to do something to Damian Sandow. I don't know what it was, because Cody Rhodes pulled his leg. So then the referee kicks him out. He throws like a fit and says, I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. Then he just leaves. Then before he leaves, Sin Cara gets in the ring, hits him with the Hurricanrana, hits Damian Sandow with the Hurricanrana for the win. Builds good momentum up in Rey Mysterio and Cody Rhodes in the tag team tournament finals match. Where was Rey, by the way? Isn't Rey his partner? So isn't he supposed to be there unless he's touring with with like Cena, all those guys that are like somewhere else? But I'm just wondering, where was Rey? Then we get Daniel Bryan backstage. He tells Kane, hold on, I botched. He spots Kane while he like runs into Kane. He tells Kane, no matter what, don't come up and help me. I can handle this myself. Then Kane agrees. Then we get Del Rio versus Bryan. This match was actually the match of the night. This was a pretty good match. We got Bryan doing the no kicks. Del Rio kicks him in the shoulder. Del Rio goes to like kick him in the face or something. I don't really know what he went for here. But then Bryan counters. Del Rio gets like hung up on the ropes. And Bryan kicks him in the ribs. And I also mentioned before that happened, like the beginning, I think Bryan went for like a surfer submission hold. I don't remember what it's called, but he just stomped on his legs instead. Then Bryan went to do something on the outside, like a spear or something. I don't really know what it was. Del Rio countered and threw his shoulder into the barricade. Then we get in the match. Del Rio's working on the shoulder, kicking it. He's doing everything he can. Bryan counters and he does a little bit of a comeback. He gets him in the label lock, and he was in there for probably a good 3 to 4 minutes. Del Rio gets the ropes. Bryan breaks. Then he goes and gets Del Rio. Bryan has him in a cross arm breaker with the ropes. And then he has to break. Del Rio throws him into the steel post. Gets him in the cross arm breaker. Bryan taps out. Del Rio says Randy Orton's not here because of this. He shows what happened 2 weeks ago, which they showed the same promo, the same replay as they showed with Del Rio attacking Randy Orton 3 times. You don't need to show it 3 times. Only show it once. You can have more time for matches. Don't show the same video package. Well, not really a video package, like a replay 3 times. They did that with the Punk and Vince promo. It was good, but you don't need to show it so many times. I think that's what WWE's flaw is. They show too many things at once. They're obsessed with tout, Twitter, Facebook. Not as much as they used to be, though. Like, at least that's a step. I think this is the first time they did the tout with the fans for a while, but I'm just saying. But then after they showed that replay that they showed 3 times, or 4, I think it was 4 actually. I don't know how many times it was. It shows the match with Big Show and Randy Orton on main event. Then Del Rio says that's why Randy's not here, and if he was, he would teach Randy Orton a lesson. He said Randy Orton's turned into a garden snake. He said that Randy Orton's hiding in the shadows like a little girl. He does like his pose. I can't really do it though. I don't do it right at all. I need to be trained to do that. Even if I try to, this camera's not going to catch my hands. Then he goes to do the Viper move, before he sets up for like an RKO, he like puts his body down and he like stomps on the mat with his fist. But when he did that, Randy Orton was right behind him, so he attacks him similar to the way that Del Rio attacked him, throws him into the post, throws him into the steps, over the announcer's table. Then eventually, Ricardo Rodriguez gets on him. Orton, throws him. Del Rio runs away. Orton RKO's Ricardo onto the announcer's table. And as this happens, JBL's like, that's an announcer! That's an announcer! And then he RKO's him. Randy Orton stares down Del Rio, and it looks like this sets up some stuff for Hell in a Cell. What does it set up? It sets up Orton and Del Rio. This actually could be a... if Kofi wins the Intercontinental Championship at main event, it could set up that Miz and Kofi for his rematch clause. What else could it set up? It doesn't really... That's probably the only things that it could set up, though. There's a lot of things they could do with Hell in a Cell. They still have a little while. So it's not yeah. But they could have been building this stuff up like this for a while now, though. The tag team title tournament's understandable, because you can't fit all the tag team tournament. Well, you could on a 3-hour Raw, but I don't really know why. But they have but they can do the stuff on SmackDown too. But again, SmackDown did great this week. Wasn't better than Raw, but it still did good for what it had. So now I have to pick which one I like the best. Raw, TNA, or actually I should go in order. WWE main event. I can't do Superstars because I couldn't watch it again this week because it wasn't posted on YouTube. TNA or SmackDown. I'm gonna say Raw because of the Vince promo, because of the Vince thing, Cena's promo. Everything was just pretty much good about this Raw, except for some stuff. There was some stuff that wasn't so good. But I'm not gonna get my hopes up for Raw though, because I wonder if because I have a feeling that it's just gonna be crap next week. It's just gonna go down the toilet. But the worst one probably was main event, because TNA was pretty good and SmackDown was pretty good. But that's pretty much it, guys. I don't know when the next time I'll be out with the video. I know it'll probably be either Monday, because I already got my predictions video. If I didn't get my TNA Bound for Glory predictions out. I'm not sure about the pay-per-view status. I'm gonna ask about that. But that's pretty much it, guys. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't. Add me as a friend on Facebook. Follow me on Twitter. What else? That's about it. Subscribe to Own the Talkinator. Do all that stuff, like the pages and stuff. And I also would like you to subscribe to CM Brothers. And there's other stuff you can probably subscribe to if I think of them. But right now, you don't really need to subscribe to anything. I don't know if Adam's got any single videos out. I'll try to get him to get some single videos out, but because he asked me if he can just use that for single videos, but he hasn't posted any single videos since the draft part 2, and I'm the one that posted it for him. And unless he doesn't know how to post it, then that's fine. But I'm gonna say this to him now. I'm gonna say this the next time I see him. Adam, you gotta post if you want to use CM Brothers. Put stuff on there, cause I could give CM Brothers to somebody else. I could give it. Actually, I won't give it to Chris, but I could give it to someone else who really wants YouTube accounts. But that's pretty much it, guys. Thanks for watching this video. Actually, I want you to leave comments if you have any questions, because I do like talking about wrestling. But that's pretty much it, guys. Peace out.